So, what are our objectives for today? Today, we are going to revise our writing by adding dialogue and sensory details. We're going to do this because adding dialogue and sensory details helps make our writing more engaging to our readers. And we're going to be using the dialogue rules and the sensory details word bank. Okay, so first, shout outs. Today's first shout out goes to, actually, both of these shout outs, two shout outs, go to two people who have been showing that they are really trying to add in historical facts that they're gathering from their own research. Okay, so I highlighted the historical facts. So the first one is for Allison. Woo, Allison. So Allison is writing from the perspective of a Native American, which is tricky because we have to make sure that we're respectful of the experience of Native Americans because remember, this actually happened in history. They were forced out of their homes. So we have to make sure when we write as them that we are honoring their history. It's a big privilege to write from their perspective. So it says, date 1830. Dear Diary, today we learned that there was a law and that me, my husband, and children would be moved away from our homeland. So already here, Allison has two historical facts. One, two, I highlighted them. Most of us did not want to move, but the government sent the army to force our tribe to move. They also moved 4 other nations, the Seminoles, Choctaw, Creek, and Chickasaw. The governor gave us a new land in Oklahoma. We did not want to leave, but we were forced to. The president completely ignored everything, and he sent some more people from the army to force my tribe out. This was so sad. Most of the people in my tribe had to walk, and many got sick and died because there was no medicine for us. Luckily, we had a carriage to take us most of the way, but not even halfway there. We had to leave it behind and had to walk the rest of the way because the wagon did not go any further. Many of us got sick. And those are some true facts. Native Americans did use wagons to go on the Trail of Tears, but it was 1 for every 20 people. So it wasn't even enough wagons for everyone to travel comfortably. So awesome job, Allison, using all of these historical facts that we learned from class and from her own research. Good job. The next shout out goes to Joaquin. Yay. All right. So Joaquin challenged himself to write from the perspective of somebody who's working on the Transcontinental Railroad, which we didn't study from class. So all of this he learned on his own. It says, May 30th, 1869. Dear Diary, it's me, Quinn Sullivan. It's been 6 years since I started working for the Union Pacific UP on the Transcontinental Railroad. I remember it like it was yesterday. A lot happened in those 6 years of the construction of the Transcontinental Railroad. And that's true. It took 6 years. In 1863, the United States approved the construction of the Transcontinental Railroad. I was the most grateful I had ever been. I finally had a chance to restart and provide for myself since I had been out of work. While we worked, the sun scorched in the summer, and in the winter, it felt like the wind was cutting through me. We had to wake up before dawn, eat hard, stale bread. Sometimes we had coffee, if not just water, which usually, if not always, had bacteria on it from being in a barrel so long, which is true. Even Civil War soldiers, when they had their coffee, they had to, in the mornings, they had to scrape off the bugs that were on the top to drink their coffee. Ugh. Then get straight to laying track with our bellies rumbling a humongous deal from a lack of sufficient food. So notice that along with all of these details that Joaquin wrote, and this isn't even the end of his diary, he still wrote a lot more. He has these great details. Sun scorched in the summer. The wind was cutting through me. Hard, stale bread, rumbling a humongous deal. So make sure that you're adding those details like Joaquin did. Good job, Joaquin. All right, so write down one thing that you saw in Allison and Joaquin's diaries that you're going to try doing in your diary.